Hey guys, Knox from 7th Hour Films back again with Mob Psycho 100. Last time around we had Transmission Part 1 Winter Break. So let's see, this was, the Telepathy Club is disbanding because, Tomei realized that the boys don't really care about it, then they felt bad, so they went and found an actual telepath, their old buddy, and now the whole gang and Mob and Reagan are all going up to a mountain to find aliens on New Year's Eve. So, yeah. Like always, the reaction is down in the description and in the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. So let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of Mob Psycho 100. Here we go. Alright, Inukawa orgy. I did not expect alien orgies on this show, but, well, here we are. Here we are. Ow. Hang on, not in my hair. Ow. That may have been the weirdest episode of Mob Psycho 100 I've ever seen. Which is almost a feat, you know? I mean, I do like the lesson, like being able to just, and I like that of everything, this just spelled out the lesson completely. It's like, you know, it just tell someone, man, just talk to people, you know, look them in the face and say what you gotta say, you know? Yeah, that is the entire message here, because that's what happened. And, you know, especially with Takanaka, you know? No, was that his name? Tanakawa? No. The telepath. I don't have his name on this page of notes, so I can't remember it. But, yeah, just talk to people, you know? That really just is it. Just talk to people. And he did. Inukawa was able to talk to them. They all talked, you know, is good. Aliens. I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting them to actually find aliens, but they did. That is a memory that they will all share. Even Reagan. Whew, well, I'd love to see a scene where Reagan goes back to Serizawa and tells him, is like, yo, we met aliens. And he's just like, all right, man, sure. I mean, granted, you know, he has no reason not to believe him. I would imagine if Mob told him, then you'd believe him, but I do kind of miss, you know, when it cuts back to Reagan, you know, and he's looking at his watch like, oh, you know, they're all having fun. I'm just sitting over here thinking about the time and the rental car and stuff. You know, that feels like a moment where if this was earlier, then Dimple would have come over and been like, what are you doing over here, you little loser? And he'd been like, shut the fuck up, man, you know? Shame we don't have Dimple anymore, but I love that the aliens are just bros. That was like the greatest first contact I've seen since like Star Trek, you know? Like, it's such a strange thing that in every alien thing, aliens, you know, they come down and they destroy Earth, you know, they try to destroy Earth and stuff. But here it's like, no. The aliens are pretty chill. In fact, they're a lot like the Telepathy Club. They're just a bunch of goofballs, you know? And they're pretty safe and innocent. Like, well, innocent. I guess Inukawa might have a few things to say about that. He doesn't remember it, but yeah, like, they're pretty harmless. Like he says, like, oh, there's, you know, this scourge that eats their crops and stuff. And it's like, never did they think about making a weapon, you know? That's just not how they work, you know? They're incredibly chill people, you know? That was nice. You know, we got 4 episodes left of Mob Psycho, and I feel like, you know, we gotta get another heavy story in before the end. So I'll be curious what we get with these last 4 episodes, because I know it's another arc altogether. So I will be curious, but I'm glad to have this episode, honestly, because it's like this was nice. It was peaceful, as crazy as it was, but I like, all of them, putting their differences aside and stuff, and I like how, I mean, it's exactly what Reagan says of like, even if you don't find aliens, hey, you guys are going to remember this day for a long time, You're going to remember this. Like, this is going to be an important memory for all of you. And it was, that time they went up the mountain and tried to find aliens. And then they found aliens. And I like that. And I like how Tomei, like, she didn't even, like, once she got the chance, it's like, oh, you can talk to the aliens. And she's like, I never thought about what to say, She never thought she would get this far, Even though she was serious, she never thought she would get this far. But she did. And they had a good time. They had a great New Year's Eve with their friends, It was nice. They introduced them to PlayStation, played some games, played some blackjack. Even Reagan, just sitting there like, he's going to remember this too. But I like that they all gave gifts at the end. Tomei gave her scarf. Inukawa gave up his PS Vita. I love. Mob just showed off his powers because he didn't have anything specific to give, and then Reagan gave up his sleep shirt basically. But that was nice, and yeah, because it's like it's one of those things where it's like oh, they're gonna go meet aliens. It's like, take Mob. Like, they look really nice, but just in case, take Mob, Like, it would have been scary. Like, this could have gone so horrendously dark. And it would have also been terrifying if, like, the aliens, like, if they were evil and they were, like, immune to psychic powers. That would have been terrifying. But, no. And I like how they say it's like, before the aliens show up, when Tomei's like, oh, psychics and telepaths exist. I'm sure aliens exist out there, and we'll get to them someday, And, yeah, sure enough. And they gave their presents and parted ways. Except they accidentally left Inukawa. And then he had an orgy with a bunch of them. I guess it might have just been the one, like the ruler there, but I don't know. It implies that it was an orgy, so yeah. And they don't say how much time passed before he was able to go back to Earth. I would imagine it wasn't that long because they showed like his Vita dying, his PS Vita dying. And I just assumed that it's like, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 days he was gone, If that, it might not have even been that. It might have just been like a day, But I don't think he was gone very long. Like, I imagine if the Telepathy Club shows up in the next episode that he's going to be there too, But I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll have to see. But that was funny. And yeah, I like the message of just, hey, just talk to people, Just say what you gotta say, So yeah, good stuff. A nice peaceful episode for encountering aliens. Crazy. Definitely crazy. But it was a good episode. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Mob Psycho 100 reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.